Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome. So here in Texas, the cold weather is upon us. Winter is really serious now. Um, Here in Central Texas, we are about to get our very first hard frost of the season, which there's some good things about it. The mosquitoes by now have gone back to HE double hockey sticks, and we need the cold weather to keep the bugs at bay, but we also have to prep for this time of year, and that's what this video is all about, getting you ready for the weather that is going to be upon most of us here on Saturday. So the very first thing that you want to do is take care of your faucets. And I'm going to walk over here right now and show you where I've actually already pulled off the hose. You're going to want to pull off the hose and you're going to want to cover your faucet. Now, this gizmo was purchased at a big box store. It has a little tab inside that hooks around the faucet. So it's nice because it hooks around the faucet and then you press it here. You hold the tab, pull it tight, and it holds it in place. So it insulates the faucet for you. So you want to make sure that you get out and cover all of your external faucets right now. So that's one thing you want to do. Also, your backflow preventers. Ours is actually in the front yard, but it's actually the raised pipes, the water pipes. Anytime you have to shut off all of your water, that gizmo. So you want to make sure you insulate that. You can wrap it with towels and a bungee cord. If you find that the big box stores no longer have these, again, you can just wrap it with a towel, bungee cord, rubber band, strings, whatever you can find. Now, as for the hose, so what I like to do is I take the ends of the hose and I attach it after all the water's out. So you want to make sure you get all the water out of it. And I just screw it shut. And the reason why I do this is because you don't want something going into the hose and living for the winter in your hose. So if you close it off like this, you don't have to worry about something residing in your hose during the cold season. And of course, I put this away. Some of these go in the garage because these are not heavy duty hoses. These are lightweight hoses built for comfort and low weight. So these will go in the garage or in a storage basket or storage bin. A decking box. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, moving on. If you have tropicals, you probably should have already put those things away. Like our girl avocado trees in a pot, it starts getting squeamish at 50 degrees once we hit 50 degrees. So a lot of those things should have, those tropicals should have already been put away. So things like your hibiscus, if you're growing it in a pot. However, if you have a tropical and you are growing it in the ground, you're going to want to cover it. You will need to cover it. So things like bougainvillea, hibiscus, that is not the hardy hibiscus. Now, the one plant that we grow where it's the only thing that I'm actually zone pushing with, we grow a Daniela flax lily. It is rated down to zone 9A. This, I think, is zone 8B. They tried to tell us a year or so ago that it's zone 9. I don't trust that. What they indicate is an average, but you'll know that you can get below that temperature that's associated with the average and it can kill off plants. And that's precisely what happened to us a couple of years ago with this Daniela flax lily. It is zone 9A. And so what I typically do is cover it with burlap. Last year, I had 5 of these. I got out a little too late to cover them with the burlap, and now I have 3. I lost 2. So what I have purchased, and it will show up tomorrow, are those tents that completely cover the plant. And instead of using their stakes, I'm going to use the landscape staples that go into the ground to keep it sturdy. But any plants that you have, for example, if it's a zone 7 plant, and it went into the ground and it's less than a year old, plants, trees, things like that, they could have some issues with this frost and you may want to cover them. So that is one thing that you may want to get out and cover. Ideally, if it's a zone 7 plant, so we are typically zone 8 in Central Texas, you're going to want to plant that in the spring anyway, because if you water it, if it's for this area, it's going to be fine with the heat. What it may have an issue with is the winter. So you want to plant it in the spring to make sure that it gets its roots in for as long as it can before it gets really cold. Um, don't ask me how I know that. Let's just say been there, done that. And however, should you have shrubs, trees, things like that that are zone 7 or zone 8, and they've been in your garden for less than a year, you want to make sure you cover those plants and trees, and you're going to cover it with burlap for trees, tents. You can even get old blankets and sheets. Just be sure to stake it down or weigh it down so it doesn't go flying all over the place if it gets windy. And if for some reason you have to use plastic, which is not recommended, just make sure it does not touch the leaves of your plant. Okay, if you have a fountain and you're going to want to cover your fountain, unfortunately, I don't have my cover to show you because, yeah, I was kind of on the late freight with this, but I did order it and it's going to arrive today, and the cold is supposed to be here Saturday. We are shooting this on Thursday. Is it the 22nd of January? And so if you have a fountain, you want to make sure you cover that too. And then the last thing, you guys, one thing that no one talks about that much is here in Central Texas, the power's going out. Hopefully not for hours and hours and hours, but the power's going to go out. So be prepared for that. Get the batteries in your flashlights, get your battery operated candles out, get your plug in the wall, um, flashlights that will light up the space, that also work on batteries too. Get all of that going. They are already warning about, I think it was Spectrum, indicating that there's going to be outages. There's going to be power outages. So don't forget that. Get prepped for that. Don't get caught off guard. Make sure you have plenty of water. 2 people, at least a gallon a day. 4 people, 2 gallons a day. You want to make sure you have your water. Okay, well, that's it. Be safe, be prepared, and I will see you soon. Bye.